Horrific Network Entertainment.
That is some freaking intro.
That's the jam, bro.
That is, of course, the WWE Hall of Fame jam, and that can only mean one thing for the Horrific Network. It is the Hall of Fame show, man, and today's show will be a little extra exciting. We'll tell you why, as it pertains to the podcast that we do every year, and that is coming up really soon. We'll get into that in a little bit, but today is all about honoring people who we find influential on either our fandom, our career choices, both. People pretty much who all just, we more than anything have enjoyed their body of work, whatever avenue that work ends up being. So we honor them with putting them in our little Horrific Hall of Fame that's on our website every year. And this year's class is a fun one. And as always, I have a fun group of people to help me induct, starting with John and Ashley, the Higbees. How you guys doing?
Hi, guys. Hello, everyone.
Right below them, we have Charlie and Xander. What's up?
Woo!
What's up? And right below me, we have Abby. What's going on, Abs?
What's up?
And then in a few minutes, we will have Drew join us as well. So until Drew shows up, hey, this year, a class unlike any other, in it being shorter, and it's the first time we have decided that a couple is the headliner with Brad Dourif and Jennifer Tilly, aka Chucky and Tiff, in the Chucky franchise. So very excited about that. We also have Review It Rob being the second podcast to be inducted, as well as a director who was very influential on my decision to go into film school. And before film school was even a thought, before having Charlie read a script was ever even in my mind, there was a guy who kind of came out of nowhere in a movie, and that movie was Jeepers Creepers. And Justin Long arrived on the scene, and Justin Long was, without question, a influential horror presence immediately from that final scene in Jeepers Creepers, with his eyes carved out, to coming back in multiple other Jeepers Creepers movies. But Justin Long immediately became one of those guys, at least for me, that when he showed up in a horror movie, you were like, hey, it's that dude. Yeah. And then he became Justin Long. Like, he got famous enough that he became Justin Long. And then he did all the Kevin Smith stuff. And now he's portraying R.L. Stine on Disney Plus. Like, that takes a certain amount of notoriety to get that kind of an offer to, do that. Like, I don't care who you are. Like, they're not going to call you to make whatever project unless you are, your name carries a certain amount of weight, or they think, you're some 13-year-old and you about to blow up in the next 5 years. So there it is, man. Justin Long, very, very influential career for a lot of fans, very talented guy. He can act, he can make you laugh, he can make you intense, he can make you on the edge of your seat, he can make you do it all. And that is why we welcome him into the Hall of Fame. I can't wait to hear what everybody else has to say about this motherfucker, Justin Long.
Where'd you get those creepers? Creepers, creepers. Where'd you get those eyes? Gosh, y'all get up. How'd you get so lit up? Gosh, y'all get up. How'd you get that size? Golly gee.
All right, so Charlie, Justin Long, what are your thoughts, man? You are yourself, Charlie, a horrific Hall of Famer. So
That's
what do
right.
you, so what do you think of going in, having Justin Long as your compatriot in the Hall of Fame?
Certainly deserving. Uh, Justin Long is one of those actors that, he kind of elevates whatever he's in.
Hmm.
You're going to see, at least it's going to be an interesting film if Justin Long is in the cast.
Hmm.
And I'm just thinking about what a great performance in Barbarian.
Hmm.
And certainly that was a memorable performance. And more than,
Barbarian is the mother movie.
yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Okay.
where they go to the Airbnb and
Right.
get more than they bargained for.
With Richard Brake from the Rob Zombie stuff.
Right, Richard Brake is in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was a great acting job, I thought. I mean,
It was a fucked up movie.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's tough to play a character that you want to root for because you're used to seeing him in things that you supported him in. You identified with the character, whatever, and he turns out to be a real shit.
And then we're just talking about fucking Vince McMahon. Yeah, I know what that feels like. To support a character and he turns out to be a real shit.
Yeah.
I know how it feels.
Literally, yeah, literally.
John, what are your thoughts on, dude, real fast? Can all of you listening, and there are a lot of you listening, and man, when I cannot thank you enough for listening and or watching and however you're coming across this. Please do me a favor. Do me a favor. If I want advertising on any front, I will contact you. If you are ballsy enough to contact me, please do not do so with like this novel of a message on Facebook Messenger. Just send me your portfolio or a website link or some kind of information, like short form. Let me know who you are. Like the way for me to never like do business with you is for you to send me like a huge paragraph like this dude just sent me. And it starts with like one message that says hello, sir. And then it begins, right? Like don't do that. That'll all ruin your day, I promise you. Anyway, the thing John Justin Long meant to you, you find it pretty influential.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I kind of overheard you were talking about with his role in Jeepers Creepers, and he's gone on to just do so much great films, comedies, and like Charlie, kind of talked about, to kind of see more of those acting chops come in on Barbarian was really cool. And I think it's fun to see him kind of going back to his roots a bit, and he's starting to be in a lot more of the horror genre type things right now with Goosebumps, and he was in that It's a Wonderful Knife, right? That newest
Yes.
Christmas horror movie. So
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
between
Heard of
that
it
and
too.
Goosebumps and Barbarian, so I think it's super cool.
Yeah.
I definitely
Ashley?
feel like he's kind of found his niche in the horror genre. You know what I mean? Like he's just kind of sliding in there and bringing out these characters and showing diversity, where as before we were kind of just seeing him as this like dry comedy guy and in all these comedy films and stuff, and seeing him in the horror genre is pretty awesome. And to see, the depth that he has and more that he can pull from and just fit these characters so well.
For sure. Abby, any Justin Long thoughts?
Yeah, I got tons of long thoughts about Justin. No, I'm just kidding. One of my favorite films of Justin Long is Drag Me to Hell, of course, because it's a Sam Raimi film. But he's one of those guys that you go, oh my god, that's him. So yeah, I think that he's well deserving of title of anything, because when I see a movie with him in it, yeah, I'm drawn to it, regardless of if it's good or bad. I really like just watching him act.
Yeah.
Yeah, another
Cool.
point is it's really great, like I was saying, to see him come from like Sasquatch gang all the way to the horror genre. You know what I mean? Like,
It started out in horror.
well, but to see that transition back into horror and to see him become so elemental.
Wasn't
his
he in
roles
that like
horror.
serving film with Ryan Reynolds and stuff
Waiting.
too?
Waiting.
Yes.
Waiting.
Great movie.
He was
Yeah,
in
and that was
Dodgeball.
great. Oh my god. Yeah, oh my god. And you look forward to seeing him. Like when I saw the trailer for Goosebumps, I was like, oh yes, I'm willing to watch this.
Xander, you got any Justin Long thoughts?
He's great in Dodgeball because he's funny in it.
Oh yeah, he is.
Dodgeball.
Dodgeball is a
One
great
of my
one too.
one of my favorite roles is Accepted, because I felt
The-
like that was
oh,
kind of
Another
him.
great one.
Oh,
That was kind of him being the lead, which we never really got to see him
Mhm.
as the lead character. He was always kind of one of those guys that was in the film, like Abby talked about, where you're like, oh, that's Justin Long.
Mhm.
You know, so I feel like Accepted was his movie of being like that, top billed head character.
Yeah, he was always like
him grow from that.
Ryan Reynolds' best friend or Dane Cook's best friend.
But he always adds something a little extra to the character. He's one of those actors who gives more depth to the role, even though it may not be in the script.
he's recognizable.
He always has, like one scene at least where you're like, damn, he can act.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Even if it's like a
And
scene
even
by
his character
himself.
in Zack and Miro Make a Porno.
Let me ask you. So
Yes.
let me ask you this one: the Women in Black movie with Daniel Radcliffe.
Mhm.
Is Justin Long better than Daniel Radcliffe was in that kind of a movie?
Would he be better, you mean, if he were to? I
Could
think
he carry a
Oh.
movie like that?
Oh, yeah.
By himself.
Oh
I
yeah.
can see him carrying a film like that.
Yeah, after watching Barbarian and seeing the lead that he took in that role, I could definitely see him
Yeah.
taking
Yeah.
Radcliffe's spot in that movie and doing, a good job.
Hey, I'm a Harry Potter fan, but like Radcliffe did a great job in Woman in Black.
So with that, man, I will say welcome to Justin Long, and we will be right back with our next inductee.
Woo!
Go, Justin.
Woo!
All right, we are back on track and in complete control of all of our bodily functions here as we move along to our next inductee. Our next inductee is a podcaster, fellow HHN Orlando enthusiast, and a friend of mine. He is definitely the calmest and nicest dude in our group, who he definitely seems like he tries super hard to get along with everybody and be everybody's buddy, because Rob is definitely easy to get along with, and I can't imagine anybody ever saying, oh God, Rob. Like, the dude instantly makes your night more fun having him around as part of what is, for me at least, Halloween Horror Nights. And then his show, it's it's quick. It's not an overly complicated thing. He's giving you some news headlines. He's giving you thoughts on what he saw, whether it's new or old. He's gonna review it like he's watching it for like what is the first time, even though it may be the 20th time. And then he keeps it moving, keeps it nice, keeps it tight, keeps it fun. And when stuff like a franchise gets signed to something like HHN, he does a fun job of like tying the two together, and he'll give you background for one or the other type of a thing. So lost Abby. So Rob is and will continue to be, I think, one of prominent staples in the theme park, HHN, and entertainment, podcasters that I interact with, and that I think continues to do good work on reporting on all the movies and all the events that are centered around entertainment in film and TV, and in some cases tying into the Thrill Me Podcast Network with Haunters Podcast and like HHN stuff. So my man is definitely a hardworking podcaster that deserves his spot in the Horrific Hall of Fame. So with that, Rob, I add you and we congratulate you, and we're going to blow you up here in just a minute.
It's Reviewing Man, reviewing what he can. Movies are his jam, so let's get twisted, man. It's Review It, Rob.
All right, man. Rob, congratulations. We welcome you into the Horrific Hall of Fame. John, I know you guys haven't made it to an HHN Orlando yet, but you have worked with the Thrill Me Podcast Network and Haunters and Rob and stuff, and I got a feeling that for the most part you guys enjoy that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And you never know, Jimmy, this might be the year we join you in Florida.
Don't make me promises.
Exciting.
Don't make me promises.
Actually, it would probably be next year, 2025.
2025. That way we can enjoy Epic Universe and then go to HHN.
So Jimmy, we could just live at the Burning Blade Tavern all night.
Abby so Abby just popped on. You can see people backstage. Like right now, here's Drew.
What's going on, everybody?
Hey, Drew. Drew.
Drew is here. So now Abby is back here as well. That's hella funny. Justin Long's just chilling in between Abby and Drew now. Anyway, so Rob is definitely a fun part of what is my haunt season, and getting to do periodical podcasts with them. We just lost Abby. Getting to do periodical podcasts with him makes it a whole lot more fun, and makes the countdown to HHN a lot more fun. So I am stoked, but there needs to be like a Higby podcast, man. Now that you have got your exciting stuff that's gonna happen, like you should do like a audio, I don't know what you would call it, what the hell, a podcast vlog audio adventure of just John Scott's fucking thoughts this far ahead of Halloween. Here's what I'm thinking, here's how I'm feeling. And then
you don't want to know shit. Even today I came up with a whole idea for like a giant novel, so I'm gonna start writing that probably soon.
Bro, I'm telling you, like, it's fucking. But Rob, I feel like, is someone who, like, everybody gets that, like, who does shit no matter what the avenue is. When you've, there's not really that many, like, everyone says there's levels to this game. And I guess that in a lot of ways there is levels to the game, but in a lot of ways also there's not that many levels. There's just a bunch of steps between the levels. And, like, you have hit a certain level in Haunt, like I have hit a certain level in podcasting, and to the respective art, we're both on the same level. It's just different art. We're on the same rung, just climbing different ladder. You know,
Jimmy, you know what the difference is that separates us from the next level?
Yeah.
Money.
That's a big one for sure. But my point of even saying that is that Rob has asked me for advice. And I'm like, motherfucker, I would ask you for advice. So that kind of stuff trips me out. And Rob is a super humble dude. And he is someone who reminds me to stay humble when we come with, like, shit at Sinister Creature Con. Although it did make my fucking weekend when that guy told Donna how awesome her husband was. That was pretty fucking dope. Like, that gets brought up, like, at least once a month. I'm not gonna lie. But Rob is. Let's see if Abby can join us in now.
She's still sideways.
Abby, you there?
I'm sideways?
You're sideways. You're like this.
I mean,
why? I'll figure it out.
Can you
Turn your landscape off.
Can you hear?
Turn your room around.
Oh, I can hear you.
Okay.
I've been listening the
Turn
whole
the
entire time.
Whole room.
There you go.
Did I fix it?
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah.
You're
Harry
good.
Potter magic. Now you flipped the whole room.
Woohoo! Better?
There you go.
There you
So does
go.
anybody else want to say a word? Congratulations towards Rob.
Congratulations, Rob.
Yeah, Rob, congratulations. We're super proud of you, dude. Keep doing it. Keep going strong.
Do the thing.
Hall of Fame, Rob.
Welcome to the Hall of Fame, says Charlie. Yeah,
Oh my God.
It's very nice to you, Charlie.
he's having issues right now.
I am.
It's hard.
But not to take away from Rob for being awesome. And, you know,
It's technical difficulties, but Rob is awesome.
Fucking smoke just fills her screen. Jesus Christ.
I think the name of this episode is the Horrific Hall of Fame / We Lost Abby.
We always lose Abby.
Where's Abby?
Dun, 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 dun.
John, it's a variation of Where's Larry. Now it's Where's Abby?
You mean no? It's where.
oh, Larry.
I miss Larry.
Drew, any words for Rob?
Congratulations. I came in late, so
Well, you've been here the whole time we've been talking about Rob, though.
no, yeah.
There's still a picture of Justin Long on the screen,
Yeah.
though.
I'm
So, like,
That's
we're
just the-
confused.
no,
Just
that's
kidding.
That's just the background. That's
He's
just the
still hot.
background.
We're just all pictured on the background of the Hall of Famers.
We're hot.
Xander, any thoughts on Rob at all?
I haven't heard of him until now.
We
Cool.
say
Thanks for adding
congratulations.
Congratulations.
I'm sure
You
he's
just
gonna-
say congratulations and move on. That's what you do.
You hear that, Rob? Your popularity's growing right now.
Yeah.
As
Yeah.
we
Plus
speak.
one.
We've heard of you.
As we speak.
Oh, that's Rob.
So up next is Charlie's pick for this year's class to the Horrific Hall of Fame. Someone that he seemed pretty adamant, like whenever we. So, and here's a good time to mention, man. In the show notes, I will include all 3 phases of the online ballot to our Golden Skulls, which will be recorded here very soon. That is like our Oscar-esque, Super Bowl-esque show where we are giving away virtual kudos to the best in movies, TV, theme park, haunts, and wrestling now this year. So that is a fun show, just like this always is as well. And you can vote on the Golden Skulls, but we always try to include on the ballot choices everybody within our team's choices. That's kind of how the ballot is formed, as is the class of each year's Hall of Fame. And Charlie's first choice in the Hall of Fame this year, when I said we need some females, was this actress. And it came very quick. So I know this lady is always on the forefront of our classic Charlie's mind. Yeah, that laugh confirms everything. Like,
Yeah, she's.
But I think it's fair to call this actress a scream queen, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Big time.
Dee Wallace. Sorry. Dee Wallace is without question one of those underappreciated cult classic-y kind of scream queens, right? Like Dee Wallace really is one of those actresses whose body of work in total is someone who is somebody who has touched multiple of like the most iconic film horror franchises that no one talks about. But when you see it on paper, you're like, holy smokes, like what a film resume. Like she was completely underappreciated in the moment. And that happens a lot. That's why I'm so grateful that we have our job at Sinister Creature Con, because Sinister is very great at blending the old and the new. And there may be, and it's no offense to the person at all, but there may be some underappreciated actors that come to Sinister Creature Con that maybe you didn't even think about beforehand, but you meet at Sinister Creature Con, and then you go home and you look up their body of work and you discover a whole bunch of great films, and or it's someone who gets announced at Sinister Creature Con, and before the event, you get super stoked about them and you kind of like rediscover their work, and then you get to meet them. Either way, it is something that Sinister Creature Con presents, unlike most opportunities. But I would put this inductee, and that is the great Dee Wallace, into that category. It's someone on a very short list of people that when you say, gee, who haven't you gotten at Sinister Creature Con yet? Dee Wallace would be someone that I would say is at the top of that short list.
Yeah, I'd love to see you there.
With that, we welcome the great Dee Wallace. I cannot wait to hear Charlie gush about her. But Dee, get up off of your table, please, and join us on stage and accept your plaque and ring. Welcome to the Horrific Hall of Fame, Dee. There you go, man. So, Dee Wallace, Charlie, tell me about it.
Well, I mean, she was in one of the most loved science fiction movies of all time, of course. She was the mom in E.T.
Critters.
I really became aware of Dee when she was in The Howling and played the lead character in The Howling, the newscaster in The Howling.
Mm-hmm.
And she, first of all, let me just get this off the table. She is incredibly hot in that.
There it is.
In that girl,
Hey,
in that girl next door way that just drives me up the wall. So
okay, let me ask you, Charlie. Pop quiz, okay? Dee Wallace or DJ Souls? PJ Souls, sorry.
I'll take Dee Wallace. Sorry.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah,
Dee Wallace,
yeah.
Charlie? Dee Wallace or Diane Franklin?
Oh gosh. That's a close call, but
Who wins?
Yeah.
Okay, Diane Franklin.
I'll say D again. I'll say D.
Damn, okay.
Yeah.
So Charlie,
that's a tough one.
Charlie,
Yes, sir.
D.
But
Here comes the can of worms.
Okay, she's in Cujo, right?
Yeah.
She plays the lead in Cujo. She's in the Rob Zombie Halloween film. Okay, she plays Laurie's mom in that. She has reached that stage where young horror directors want to put her in some character part in their movie. And she's perfectly capable of still carrying a movie, but I mean, being an older actress now, it's the ultimate tribute when the young directors start to say, "Hey, I need Dee Wallace in this movie to play this character," and she's getting that. She's at that stage in her career where she's getting that a lot for young horror directors' films.
I didn't even realize she was in the 2022 Munsters too.
Yeah, that's right. I mean,
she was a Good Morning Transylvania announcer.
Yeah, I think she's been in some other Rob Zombie films too.
Yeah.
I can't.
And I don't care what any of you guys say. That movie, The Munsters last year, that movie was good. I enjoy that movie.
Oh, did anybody watch? She's also in one from 2021. I think it's on
Netflix.
God. Huh?
It's on Netflix.
No, it's not Netflix. It's on Tubi. Called 13 Fanboy. It's like a Friday the 13th. Like if a fanboy goes after them and kills the actors and actresses from the movie.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I started watching it. It actually looked halfway decent.
Oh,
yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Abby, Dee Wallace.
She's iconic. She has the face that when you see her. I watched her in something recently and I was like, oh, it's her. And that's just really what it comes down to, is if you can make your face something that's known. You may not know her name, but you know who she is. And that's what's important.
Ashley John.
She has an iconic scream. The thing that I remember the most about Cujo is when she is in that car and she just lets out that blood curdle scream. And it is just something that you never forget. Like, such an iconic movie, such an iconic scene. But that scream makes her a scream queen for sure in that, for me. I mean, that's something from that movie that I will never forget. Like, yeah, that movie terrified me as a kid, but that scream has lived with me on and on and on. And she does so well. And then she has this such a calm presence, in like E.T. She's like this frazzled mom, but she's still so calm and put together and, very classic of that time frame, even with everything going on. So versatile. She does such a great job. Johnny, what do you got for thoughts?
Yeah, no, it's cool that she got to be a part of some of those building blocks of horror in the '80s with Cujo Critters,
The Howling.
Howling, and to hit that point to where, like Charlie was saying, you got directors that just want to put her in stuff as kind of that paying homage to the past. Is super cool. Like I didn't even realize she was in Frighteners. And so that was a cool little thing to see that she was in that too. So it's like to have, those kinds of credits of E.T. and all those other films. That's pretty epic.
For sure.
She definitely deserves the recognition.
Charlie, you want to put a bow on it?
Well, it's kind of cool. I was going to say it's kind of cool that she's in the same Hall of Fame class as Justin Long, because they're both capable of bringing more to the role than what the script says. I mean, they're both gifted actors, and sometimes that isn't always the case in a horror film. So yeah, they're both a credit to the horror genre.
Perfect. We'll be right back.
I'm tempted to mention about the two final episodes.
All right, we keep on rolling, dog. Our co-headliner of the evening is a guy who literally, to me, is the equivalent of Rusty in the sequence from Vegas Vacation when he gambles underage and he puts $1 in and he wins a car. He puts $1 in, he wins a car. He puts $1 in, he wins a car. He puts $1 in, he wins a car. If you don't know what I'm talking
Papa
about,
Giorgio.
Mr. Papa Giorgio.
Mr. Papa Giorgio.
and if you don't know what I'm talking about, who we're talking about, shame on you. You find out what we're talking about.
Vegas Vacation, baby.
So, with that, Mike Flanagan has literally put $1 into Netflix and won a car like 5-6 times in a row now, with Haunting the Hill House, Haunting the Bly Manor, Midnight Mass, The Midnight Club, and The Fall of the House of Usher. I feel like I'm missing.
Yes.
Am I
What
missing
about
one?
Tom Atkins? I thought he was up for one.
Mike Flanagan literally, with the same kind of like group of people around him and the same cast around him, with the equivalent additions and or like guest appearances, the dude is crafting these stories. I feel like he's telling us the modern day, like, are you afraid of the dark? Like, I feel like that's what he's giving us. Like, I feel like I love his work as an adult at the level of which I loved Are You Afraid of the Dark as a kid. Everything he does is really good. Everything he does is a 9.5 at its worst. I can't think of a bad thing that he's done. Like, if an episode seems like it's dragging, it will have some kind of like twist by the end of it that you're like, holy shit, I can't wait to watch the next episode. Like, he finds a way to draw you back in if he's missed the mark in a certain point. And he is director Mike Flanagan. So that dude was very influential to me, and I know he was very influential to a lot of the panel. So we will get their thoughts in just a minute. But right now, I welcome the creator of Haunting of Hill House, Haunting of Bly Manor, Midnight Mass, The Midnight Club, The Fall of the House of Usher, writer,
Dr. Sleep.
director,
Dr.
Dr.
Sleep.
Sleep.
Absolutely.
I mean, yeah, I was just saying his Ouija shit or his Netflix shit. We got a Ouija, we got all kinds of stuff. But the great director, writer, Mike Flanagan.
Walter, listen. Stand up. It's in there, baby. It's in that bag.
So there you go, Mike. Welcome to the Hall of Fame, dog. As John was saying, Flanagan didn't just do Netflix hit. Netflix was definitely the casino in which he hit the jackpot 5-6 times in a row for sure. But he also has done a fair amount of cool horror films, like for the movie theater, like Ouija or Dr. Sleep. Both very decent horror films. Both horror films that we have reviewed on the upcoming show, which is about to premiere once again for its 9th season, The Campfire Chronicles. So excited. Listen, Horrific Network, like, it feels like WrestleMania every year when you say the same thing at the end of every year, where you were like, this season was the biggest one ever. It's like it feels made up. Like you keep doing better or you keep surpassing your numbers. Like this year, I have been able to sell enough commercials that I have been able to put it back towards we've sold enough commercials on the podcast for me to put towards advertising, for me to sell more commercials on the podcast, for me to put towards the podcast, which, I mean, we haven't made a whole lot of money, but it covers like when I buy all of our Regal tickets, and that adds up to like $2 convenience fee. It'll cover that. It'll cover certain shit like every once in a while. Like it's nothing big, but it's cool to have for it to cover the cost of little shit like that. So that has happened because of the involvement of us covering shows like Mike Flanagan. And Mike Flanagan has evolved as a director as the Horrific Network has evolved over the last, what's going to be 10 years this year. The Horrific Network evolved. And over the last 10 years-ish, we have watched Flanagan's work evolve on Netflix for the most part, which is kind of wild to think about. But it's pretty cool to see happen in front of our eyes. Charlie?
Certainly some of the best horror series that I've ever seen on, like streamed. Fall of the House of Usher, I thought was just great. It was one of those that, it was kind of a slow burn and it kind of brought you in. And after a while you're going, holy fuck, this is good. So, yeah, Flanagan is like that. He's very gifted at what he does. Dr. Sleep should have gotten a lot more praise than it did. I mean, I think it was praised. It should have been a lot more successful theatrically, because it did capture everything that was in the book, and did a great job.
And it picks up right after what the events of The Shining kind of led.
Didn't that come out around COVID?
No, before COVID it did.
Yeah, I think it was before COVID.
I know
that right before COVID.
No, well, I think a fair amount.
I felt like it was right before COVID.
I really do, because I think that was what led to not
to you getting COVID.
Nope, never have gotten it yet. So
Congratulations.
2019, right before COVID.
Okay.
What? It was like
Yeah, 2019.
February though, right?
But what does that have to do with anything?
That would be a reason as to why, like, it hit right before COVID.
So I didn't see
COVID
it in
hit, shut
theaters.
down all the theaters.
Yeah,
Therefore,
they didn't shut down right away though, Drew. They didn't shut down in 2019.
Yeah, COVID was.
yeah, but it came out at
It
the
didn't-
end of 2019, and all the theaters and everything shut down at the beginning of 2020.
But are
I,
you?
di- I didn't get to see it in
March.
theaters. I saw it
Yeah, we
at
saw it.
home.
We saw it in the theater.
I did.
Yeah, I know. We all saw it. In
A
the
group
theaters.
of us went and saw
No,
it.
I
Yeah.
didn't. I didn't see it in
I was
theaters.
really with you guys at that time. I was still in high school.
Yeah, we all saw it together.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, we all saw it together.
It had
Oh.
a chance.
except for
Drew.
Abby.
So you
Except
saying?
for Abby, who saw it in her freaking
So are
home.
you saying
home.
like COVID cost it box office? What are you saying?
Yes.
Well, yeah, I don't think COVID didn't help any of the movies like tail into 2019.
Yeah, I mean, I would say it
I
definitely
disagree with that.
I would say
March
definitely,
2020 is
definitely
when
hurt
the world
first
started
quarter of
shutting
Yeah,
down.
whenever
2020.
the shutdown started happening.
Yeah, but then you had everybody. Oh, hey, you're gonna get it. I'd rather not. I'm just saying it doesn't help when people are doing the doomsday prediction shit, and the world is gonna end, and then it turns everybody scared. That's what I'm saying.
What
So
is,
to go back to Mike, I mean, he's really great. He gets you hook, line, and sinker. You know, he reels you in. You think that you're not getting anywhere, and you're kind of floating in the water, and then he just hooks you in, and you're in, and there's nothing you can do about it, and you're so immersed that it just you walk out of a showing like at Dr. Sleep, or you walk, you turn off your TV after watching Haunting a Hill House or anything, and your brain is still going because he leaves that lasting impression on you. You're still thinking about all the different things that happened and the cadences and how it happened and how it dragged you along, and then it happened. And I definitely think that he has a really good way of giving you that hook, line, and sinker and pulling you in every time.
Especially when you know the stories. Especially
Yeah.
when you know
Yeah.
what is going to happen. Because when I was watching Fall of the House of Usher, I was like, oh, because I love Edgar Allan Poe. I love him so much. But every twist that Mike Flanagan did throughout the whole entire series, I was like, okay. And then when I found, because I didn't know that he did Haunting of Hill House, I didn't know that he did all these other series, the short series. This is going to be a single season.
Yeah.
And that made me feel better about watching it too, because he had an ending point. There was no, oh, this is going to end on a cliffhanger. This is going to end.
Or it's not going to get renewed, and then you never find out what happens.
Exactly. And so that was a real draw point for me too. So I started watching more of his shit because he had a great storytelling aspect of himself. Anyway.
Yeah, I feel like it's cool because he's kind of created his own version of like what American Horror Story is. How each season would kind of be its own separate thing. Like he's kind of done that, but it's not all under like the same title. I mean, people have kind of dubbed it the Flanagan verse. And it's one of those where it's cool because he has a lot of those same actors and actresses in each of the shows.
True.
And so it's cool to see them come back and you kind of look for them and to see them play completely different characters. It's really cool.
He did that one that was with the girl that was tied up to the bed kind of thing, right? The King one.
Right.
He did that too.
Gerald's
right?
game.
Yeah. He did that too. Yeah.
Yes. He did that.
Yeah,
I like that one.
The Fall of the House of Usher was a fucking masterpiece.
Oh, it was gorgeous. I sat there and I watched the whole entire thing in a day.
Seldom does this story work that well. Where all the elements,
I will say something about
first of all the elements are all going all this way, and by the end of the movie, they're all right back together, and everything is.
I will say this for Fall of the House of Usher. the Fall of House of Usher.
Is a masterpiece.
This last November, I was fortunate enough to get to meet Mark Hamill. In the autograph portion of meeting Mark Hamill, he's doing his thing where he's signing, and he has so many people there that are there specifically for him. It's very much an assembly line feeling. Like, thank you very much, thank you for coming, thank you very much, thank you for coming. People are like, oh, I love this in, Skywalker. I love this in Jedi. Oh, thanks so much. Thank you for being here. Thanks so much. Thank you for being here. And I'm like, hey, for what it's worth, I'm happy that Arthur did not take the Ravens deal.
That's genius.
And he stops the line of shit coming for him to sign and looks up, and he looks at Donna and I, and he recognizes us from the photo up, and he's like, oh, long time no see. And he's like, can you believe I'm the only one out of that crazy whole family that went to jail? And he smiles, and he's laughing to himself, and then he goes back to signing. But Donna was like, dang, you got him to break his robotic chain and actually engage with you. You actually got him to fucking
acknowledge that you're existent.
Be in the moment. Yeah.
Right.
So
that's pretty freaking cool, Jimmy.
I want that story. I want that story etched into the that epigraph. I want it etched into the side of my house as my monument.
Luke Skywalker said, "You're pretty cool."
Yeah.
In so many words.
But that's a testament to Flanagan. I mean, there's multiple Flanagan testaments for me, man. Being in the house, the Haunting of Hill House, haunted house in Orlando, in that warehouse, and it's a 1-to-1 scale replica of Hill House. That was unbelievable. That was a true testament to HHN Orlando. What else? The monologue in Midnight Mass that the sheriff has with his son will forever be etched into my soul and my brain when I think about the shit that I write. His thought on religion and how religion works. It's just a hit after hit after hit. So with that, for time-saving purposes, we welcome Mike Flanagan into the Hall of Fame.
Yay!
Come on.
Yeah!
That's right, man. The action doesn't stop once we get to our final inductee. We have what is phase one of our free agent draft, which is attached to HCW, which HCW is our fastest rising podcast on our podcast what happened in HCW and other wrestling federations as well. That's where I give my thoughts on the real world of professional wrestling, as well as the audio version of our HCW shows. And HCW is a show that right now myself and the droid version of the Ghost of Vincent Price, as well as the Mark Hamill version of the Joker on Monday nights, and the female activist Captain Marvel and C-3PO on Thursday nights, commentate the action of HCW, which is composed of teams of wrestlers that this panel right here have drafted throughout the spring, summer, and beginning of fall. And then they battle in a WWE style storyline throughout the year. And every couple months we award whoever has the best team the physical title. So for instance, none of them have actually held this title because I'm the only one who's won it so far for the last 5 months. So
it's rigged. It's totally rigged.
That's what I hear.
Stop the count.
So there's the title, the physical title, which has not moved, although Charlie, I would say, has a pretty fair chance of taking it away from me at the end of March, but we'll see what happens between now and then.
I'm telling you right now, Jimmy, we were close. It should have been mine.
If anything,
Rigged.
want to do
It's
a team
rigged.
up?
Just like the NFL, it's all rigged.
If anything,
Yeah.
But
We'll
our
go
main
with-
event, Hall of Fame inductees. These two, there's no other way to induct these two but together. That is for sure. To induct one without the other would be critical. It would definitely be cynical. It would be, without a doubt, a waste of one's time because they go together like peanut butter and jelly. They go together like
Peas and carrots.
my mom's homemade ravioli and marinara. They go
Marinara.
together. They go together like
Barbie and Ken.
That's a good one.
Butter and
I
bread.
like that one. Butter and bread.
peanut butter and fuck.
Peanut butter and jelly. Peanut butter
He
and
already
jelly.
said that.
Popcorn
Like
and
lamb
butter.
and tuna fish.
I was gonna say popcorn, but Chucky and Tiffany, man, Brad Dourif and Jennifer Tilly. They are
Woo!
iconic, without a question. And now they've become trans.
Gender?
Trans.
Oh, sorry.
They're not
Universal?
even trans universal, I guess, is the best way because they're transgenerational. They're transgender.
Are iconic.
fucking Trans. They're not just transgendered. They're trans fucking decade. They've been around for over 30 years. They're fucking. They've literally have hit on fucking every group in which horror movies were fucking making like movies to support certain like subclasses of the fandom. Like before mainstream media, they were making horror like trans movies that were in
I
support
think he's
of
looking
like the
for
trans community.
generational, is what he's looking for. Generational.
I know. I said transgender, but I meant
was waiting to see it again,
generational.
So I just have
Glacial.
Isn't generational what I
They're,
said?
they're,
Generational.
they're iconic.
Not
they
trans.
They are.
Fuck y'all. Welcome, Tiffany.
God, I
Welcome,
thought
Chucky.
you were
That's
gonna hop
right.
in longer before I did. I can see John just laughing his ass off. I know the answer, but I'm not going to give it.
You know what, Drew?
John's just sitting him go.
You know what, Drew? You know what, Drew? I want you to remember, Drew. You made me do this. You
Don't
made
do
me,
it. Don't fucking
Do it. Oh, do it. Oh,
Do
do
not
it.
do it.
Oh, please do it.
Don't.
Oh,
I
please
was
do
giving
it.
you the answer. They're
Oh,
laughing
no,
at
no,
you.
no.
I was
Please
giving
do
you the
it.
answer.
Do it. Do it.
Don't
Do it.
do
Do
it.
it. Do it.
Don't fucking do it.
Do it.
I swear to God, don't do it.
Do it.
I don't want to see that stupid fucking Don't fucking do it.
What?
I'll tell you that now.
Oh, it's perfect. Do it.
You just have that clip.
Don't
Do it.
fucking do it,
Jimmy,
Jimmy.
fucking do it.
Don't do it.
Oh,
I
my
know what
face
it
hurts
is.
so
Do
bad.
it. Do it.
No.
Do it.
Do it.
No. Do it.
Please.
Do
don't.
it.
I don't.
Do
I
it.
don't want to see that stupid.
Do
He's
it.
looking for it.
Do it.
I don't want to do the fucking. What is it? It's the
Uh-oh.
Wonderful World of Disney commercial. Okay, please
Oh,
don't.
do it. Oh, we need some Ed Eisner
I
in here.
saw Ashley just trying not to lose her shit when he was like talking about trans the whole time.
trans something.
Oh my god.
My jaw hurts from laughing so hard right
I don't
now.
have to. I don't have to play the video. That,
No, you
like,
can. You
no.
can though.
It's not even worth it. It's better just to keep
Yeah,
it in
it's
my
better
pocket
right
and
now.
not even play it.
I want to
Oh,
see it so bad.
my favorite, I should say, Chucky movie has been, without question, the movie that is this series composed into binge watching the actual series. This show is so fucking phenomenal. That's the biggest problem. Dude, this has been like vote wise, like totaling the vote, getting it ready for us to record. the most competitive in some aspects of um, categories, and then some of the like biggest like fuck you, get out of my way, dominate in categories. Um, like spoiler alert, the best sci-fi series, Ahsoka absolutely fucking destroyed everything.
I believe it.
So
As it
But
should.
though.
one of the most one of the ones that's going to come down to um, the last probably like the day of our recording has been the horror series one. It changes every day, and the biggest, like the top two consistently when I look up the results are Chucky and Fall of the House of Usher because they're both so good.
Yeah.
Chucky is
It was a hard decision looking at the two.
Chucky is this thing that it creates these characters like Glenn and Glenda that are written in support for a certain subset of humanity that does not get enough like love and shine. Like everybody's like complaining about like a certain uh
Niche.
yeah, getting its like time in the sun in like film history. Like there's been films that are made with an agenda, but there's never been like these films that have been like pushed out in front of us like the way that like, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it at all, but there's movies that are made and they're pushed out in front of like a mass of people, and you know they're made with a political
For
like
that, yeah.
agenda. And I'm talking like movies like Brokeback Mountain specifically when it came out. Like go back and like look at the reasoning behind why Brokeback Mountain won the awards it won when it won what it won, but Crash wins Best Picture in the Academy Awards. And then go look at what was going on in like the world and how we as a culture were behaving. It will like start to like
Resonate.
and so Chucky, the writer, Tom Holland, the writer director, the guy who created Chucky, what I am trying to say is like he for that community, that trans community, has been a godsend. Like because the art that he creates is really good shit. Like it's
Mhm.
addictive level good. You know what I'm saying? And it is so good, and it's a shame that the HHN house that you guys didn't get the preview video for your guys' HHN house because your HHN house on video looked so over the top good. I wish you would have gotten to watch our HHN pre-show thing where it's like today you're going through Universal and it's like Universal Chucky Appreciation Day, and they have a character come out dressed as Chucky, and then off camera you hear Chucky say like "fuck this, this is gay," and you see and like kill that the costume Chucky, and like that's how you go into the house. Like so, it's like shit like that where. And that may not be the best haunted house by any means, but there's still like lines, there's scenes, there's stuff in the house where you love the character enough to like find something that you like about the
Root
shit
for him.
about it, right? And so,
Yeah, we definitely had a blast in that house. Like that was the funnest maze that we've been in a long time, and it hit on every level. Like it may not have been the scariest house by any means, but it hit the level you knew exactly what they were hitting every room you went into. It was great. It brought back so much nostalgia from childhood, from when we were little. And it just tied it all in. It was so phenomenal.
Yeah, it wasn't really like a scary haunt as much as it was just a fun and entertaining attraction. Because as soon as we walked out, it was like instantly we're all like, we're doing that again. Like that was amazing. And so for like everybody in the group to have that feeling of like wanting to go and do that one again, like instantly tells you just how great of a character Chucky is and you know what he can do as far as having an attraction like that.
For sure. The thing too is that both Jennifer Tilly and I mean, you don't see Brad Dourif as much like in the flesh as you see Jennifer Tilly in the flesh, but neither one of them are like above doing shit. Like they both will go to like whatever needs to be done for the movie or film, TV show to be like the best results it can be, to be the best product they can be. They are very like they don't view themselves, at least they don't seem to view themselves above any kind of work that they put in the long run, which is cool to see. You never hear any like these are people who are shitty to work with.
Right.
Everybody seems like they're legitimately thrilled to have worked with them.
Right.
There are two who are on the top of that. One day, I hope they come to Sinister Creature Con list.
Me too.
Yeah. Yeah,
Um,
great.
Hell, I
Yes.
said
Hell
that-
yeah.
you can add Brad's daughter Fiona to that list as
Yeah, I
well.
was
Yes.
say, didn't his daughter like basically
Brad
take
and his
over?
daughter, right?
So,
Remember?
anyway, man, we welcome Brad and Jennifer to the Horrific Hall of Fame. Does anybody else have a certain film or scene, whatever they want to shout out before we welcome them officially?
I think my favorite Chucky one was when he was attacking them when they were in the military school. That was a good one.
That was a good one.
Was that Chucky 3? I think that was 3, right?
I think so. Yeah.
And when he fucking changes the paint bullets for real bullets, that shit was great.
I'm still a sucker for the original. I mean, it just resonates so
For me,
hard
that-
with me. And I literally had one of those best friend dolls and didn't know what it was until I watched Chucky, and then I was absolutely horrified and couldn't sleep for months.
And then the My Buddy dolls.
It's Bride of Chucky.
My
Okay.
buddy. My
Yeah.
buddy.
There's home
my
movies that
buddy
made
and
wish-
me.
Is
There's movies
you
that made
have
throwing
you have
my
Kid,
buddy
sister.
away. I did not want my buddy around me.
I think what's cool is you got the Chucky films, which a lot of people are fans of, and they kind of do the same thing what most horror film franchises do. We're kind of down the road. It feels like they start to kind of fall and get worse. And then when this show happened, I feel like all that did was tie everything together and make everything, relevant to the point to where it was like, as a whole, the Chucky series and like the films, it's like incredible. And I wish more of these franchises would almost do something like this to kind of just revisit what they've had in the past and make them relevant and connect to those films opposed to trying to do something completely new and different.
If we're going like blue sky budget, you could spend as much as it takes to make it happen. The first year I became panel manager at Sinister Creature Con, I got to do a Dream Warriors reunion panel. It was literally like the entire cast, Heather Lagenkamp, everybody except Robert England was there. I would love to do that with the Chucky series cast because you're literally getting Brad Dourif, Jennifer Tilly, Fiona Dourif, and then all of the like from
Andy's
to all the Easter egg characters of the original series and all the kids of the fucking TV show, the 3 big kids. Damn, dude, that would be a hell of a panel.
I'm gonna mention my favorite movie.
You do it right.
For my favorite Chucky movie, nothing beats Bride of Chucky, and most importantly, Chucky rocking out to White Zombie's Thunderkiss 65.
Without question, dog. So with that, man, we will thank everybody. Thank you. You can find in the show notes Higby Horror Hunt. You can find, we'll put them in the show notes. Fast Pass with Us, even though we didn't fucking show up, Jason and Amber. We'll put links to Charlie's social media so you can bother him, and Abby and Drew. But stay tuned. If you got the time, stick around for the epilogue after we celebrate from Horrific Hall of Fame here in a minute. We will be right back in just a minute for like a 10-15 minute epilogue as a tease to the Campfire Chronicles, which is around the corner. So stay tuned. But until then, congratulations. D Wallace, Justin Log, Review It Rob, Mike Flanagan, Jennifer Tilley, and Brad Dourif. Without question, a great, horrific Hall of Fame. Thank you and congratulations.
Woo!
Yay! Woo-hoo!
Okay,
Boom.
so if you guys are still with me, what you are about to hear is probably a lot of shit talking and banter back and forth. But what you are about to hear is a draft of characters who have since become available via free agency in our fantasy wrestling league. And where we're at right now is Charlie is dominating the season. If you watch on Horrific Network's YouTube or Horrific Championship Wrestling on Facebook, Charlie's team right now is he's fucking annihilating us. I'm not gonna lie. Charlie, as of the draft, which is about to kind of happen, because essentially what is recorded right now is through the end of February, just about. Okay. So what you're about to draft for is really going to come into play in the end of for the month of March, end of February through March, right? So you right now, just to put it into perspective, are 20 points ahead of Drew, who is in second place, but you are 105 points ahead of me, who I am in seventh place. So you're pretty comfortably in first right now. Anyway, these characters are available for draft right now tonight. First choice, our first pick of the litter. Your team can have up to 10 on it. I will tell you everybody has 4 players, and I will be adjusting the free agency for everybody live as people get drafted for you to look at. So Xander, so spoiler alert, like I said, I'm recording for editing and shit. Right now, this is like mid to late February. These are the people's records and where they are in the show. So Xander, you have four people. Your team can house up to 10, but you cannot have over 10. So out of that list, how many people, who do you want to draft?
Frankenstein, the Wolfman.
Okay, hold on. So you want Frankenstein, the Wolfman, and Dracula.
And my boy.
Okay, stop. So Dracula is gone. Oh man, it's like a kid at Christmas. So he's 5-1. Wolfman. So Xander drafted the entire, what is right now the entire MWO.
And my boy.
Hold on. Don't say anything. John, just to give you a heads up, you are going to be next. And I'll be able to take your order in just a second and give you an updated free agent list. Unless you know right away who do you want? If anybody. John.
Are they here?
They're muted.
Sorry.
Hey, so is Cody still world champ?
Cody is the current, as of whatever date
I have 10 people on my team.
it airs, he is the current world champion.
Yeah, I'll take Cody.
Okay. And who else? Anybody?
Yeah, I'll take Joker.
Okay, hold on. CM Punk is 1-1. And I'm going to update the list real fast. So essentially, guys, as you listen to these guys draft players from our free agent list, when Campfire Chronicles comes out, which Campfire Chronicles is a spring summer weekly show where we kind of talk about the rumors headed around haunt season, if there's been anything officially announced. John and Ashley, the Higby Horror Haunt franchise haunted company here where we are from, if they are operating via haunt season or like a seasonal thing, like a winter or a special Friday the 13th thing, John, we have periodically podcasted from. So John will tell us kind of where he is in his process for that season during Campfire Chronicles. And then we also have this virtual fighting league, which those episodes were kind of created to fill in the gap while I am doing my job
Right until
with
they're
the Nuts baseball team. So if we have a week or 2 weeks of no live campfire movie review, we kind of default to other stuff. So John, you picked Cody, who is 2-0 and the world champion. So anybody else on that list, John?
Yeah, Joker.
Anybody else?
Yeah, Joker.
Anybody else?
Oh, Indiana Jones.
Damn. Okay.
So am I already up to the 10 on my team?
You have 8 right now, but your turn is over.
Okay.
And then can I drop Edgin?
Dude, so is his name Edgin or Edgen?
Edgin.
And who did you just want? You wanted to add Indiana Jones. Hold on. And you're dropping Edgen, who is 2-1. Okay.
And that's it.
Okay. So that means up next is dun, 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 dun. It would be Jason. So hopefully Jason gets to join us for the fucking Golden Skulls and add some players, because poo on you, Buckaroo. You ain't here. You don't get to pick anybody. Am I going to pick some dope people for you before some of the people that are here get to pick some dope people? So with that, it would default to Abby's pick. Abby, here is an updated free agent list for you right now. Damn, John took some hella dope people with no heart, the way that Charlie took people from John. Charlie took Sam away, but now the twist is there is no Sam.
Ooh.
Like, you cannot get a Sam now. I can't find him.
Oh.
So I had to like put the belt on another player for Charlie.
What?
Sorry, Charlie. Abby, there you go.
I'll take
So
Obi-Wan.
taking Obi-Wan at 2-2. Okay.
And Logan Paul.
Damn. So that's a damn. Damn.
Hey, at least I got my boy CM Punk up.
I didn't even know he was a thing.
Dude,
He's on this weekend.
Logan Paul is a definite fucking presence. That is for sure.
Is it McCready?
And I will
Who?
call it.
Yeah,
Is that McCready?
And
CM Punk.
the first one you picked was
Obi-Wan.
Russell,
yeah.
McCready,
Obi-Wan and Logan Paul.
and McGreedy.
Anybody else?
With double.
No, it's Mac.
If it has an asterisk next to it, does that mean they never fought?
No, it means that
And-
I got him in the game. I was just taking notes.
E-D-Y. You just put that together. It's McCready.
But now everybody is in the game, so you can pick everybody. Doesn't matter.
Oh, okay. I'll take Scooby-Doo.
Damn, okay. Scooby is gone.
Scooby Booby Doo.
Why not? It'll match my Logan Paul.
Oh, come at me with CM. Come at me. I got CM Punk up in here.
Dude.
Nobody care about CM Punk anymore.
Oh, come on. He's back. Hell froze over.
Xander does.
As he said, Monday Night Raw following after the preceding Monday Night Raw after War Games. He said, looks like hell froze over.
So Rayanne is not here. Creature feet. So Charlie, you will be next in just a second. Get rid of Scooby-Doo on this list.
See if I can go off the list.
Hey,
And take a picture of it.
But we won't let you get rid of
Damn,
that.
so we're
That's
under.
the monkey so far.
Did you skip me?
No.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was
shit.
supposed to be after
Sorry,
Abby.
yeah, you're after Abby. Sorry. No, you are next, Drew. Sorry, Drew. Fuck.
I'm like, damn, am I even here? Or am I just clear?
Play the video.
or
Play the
invisible?
video.
Yeah, play the video.
Okay, Drew, here's the fucking thing.
I already know
My
who I
favorite
want.
things. I really wish
Okay,
I should have the
there
video
you go.
again.
8, 9, and 10. I'm taking Ray, Peter, and Egon.
Damn, okay. The whole Ghostbuster trio. It's off the table. Anything else?
Sure. I will take. Damn.
You see him, right?
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'll take Sid.
Vicious?
No.
Or
it's the-
from like the Toy Story kid?
It's the kid from Toy Story.
Yeah.
Oh, that's red. That's rad.
Calling it with that.
He's fucking terrifying. Damn.
Yeah.
Breaking Bad.
Oh yeah.
Drew just fucking came to play, adding the Ghostbusters. And fucking Sid. Okay.
Oh.
Sid is 1-0, so he's off the table. So now it will be fucking Abby.
Charlie's turn.
No,
Charlie.
it'll be Charlie. Sorry, fuck. Goddamn.
Abby already picked.
That's right. So Charlie, hold on here. Let me delete, make sure this guy is gone. The list is shrinking substantially now, down to 15.
We can't go off the list. We're just limited to these free agents. So can we go off the list?
Oh, if I knew that, I would pick so many people.
What do you mean the list versus the free agents? This is the list of the free agents that I'm showing you.
I
Jimmy,
know.
he's asking if we have
I'm
to pick
asking if
somebody
I
from
can
the
go out.
list.
If I can go out and get my own free agents.
No. This is it for right now. Just this list.
Ah, shit.
No, but, like, you don't have to take any of them.
I'm not going to take any.
Okay.
He reserves his time.
He's in the
Charlie
lead. He's
is not going to pick up anybody.
He's fine.
So that remains the list. It then will pass Amber up, and fuck, it falls to me down. So immediately, I'll take the fucking YouTube champion, the last Ronin, off the table, and I will take JC Jane off the table. But I will leave Ashley if she wants to be tag team champions with me. I will leave Becky Lynch on the table for her to take off of the table if she would like to be a tag champ, kind of like how I was going to say Gizmo, but Grogu and Buffalo Muse were when we ruled that division. And I think I will also. That's 6. And I think I will chill for now. So the way that works, Ashley, is JC Jane and Last Ronin are off of that list. But
Okay.
otherwise, do you want any of them?
Yeah, I want to take Becky Lynch.
Okay.
And then I'm going to take Rhea.
Ripley.
Rhea, yeah, number 2.
Okay.
And then I'm going to bring Lorraine Warren back in the game.
Okay, taking Lorraine back. All right.
And that's where I'm going to leave it off at.
And that is where you leave it off at. So what that is, man, if you have no idea what we're talking about, these are teams that are put into a show, a wrestling show, and each team is composed of primarily horror characters, but we do get into occasionally some like Marvel, Star Wars, stuff like that. And they cross paths with real world wrestlers in the virtual world. And we have fun every couple of months. Whoever has composed the best team, composed of movies that we are debating would be cool HHN houses or not, as part of the Campfire Chronicles. We add those into a virtual theme park map on the Campfire Chronicles show. That is our haunt season coverage show. And so the two shows, the Horrific Championship Wrestling and the Campfire Chronicles, are pretty tied together, and we have a lot of fun between the two. So, Drew, wake up.
I am awake. What are you talking about? Listening, I had something pop up on my phone.
But all of that is going to happen upon the posting of this show like a month away. Between now and then, the Golden Skulls, which you can vote for. In the show notes, we have the links to the wrestling ballot, the movie ballot, and the theme park ballot, and you can vote on your favorites in each category. And it is a close competition. If you haven't voted, I mean, if you want to vote for multiple things, you can. If you are in our Facebook group, Horrific Networks Community for like nerds and other thing, I don't know what it's called, to be honest, but it's on all of our social media. You can join that group and vote within there as much as you want, or you can vote through the links that we post. That's the Survey Monkey, but Survey Monkey will only allow you to vote for once for browser. So you can change your browser if you want to vote like 10 times, but you can do that, but it's going to know if you vote from a certain window, it's going to stop you. Ashley's like, no, it won't. No, it won't. I voted like hella times. Damn, you're outing yourself right now.
Maybe I am, maybe I'm not.
But you can be part of that show, which is always a lot of fun, where we yell about what was or was not the best of each category of the year, and kind of just lay out the following year as far as Campfire Chronicles goes. And then Campfire Chronicles starts, and like I said, we are off to the races as far as the countdown to haunt season. But that will conclude. We will do another free agent draft at the end of the Golden Skulls, but it'll be a lot smaller between now and then. The free agent list just shrank pretty substantially. Again, the teams to the game now, in order to kind of put a cap on it, your team can get up to 10 players. So you will get updates like every 2 weeks, especially when we start drafting as to what your team looks like. And then we'll have a free agent, like just pick up random thing in the thread, like once a month type of a thing. But teams cannot go over 10. The free agent list cannot go over 20. If your team is over 10 and you don't declare, I'm dropping whoever, I'm just going to take the shittiest person on your team. So that's why I'm keeping track of all the records. Unless your person is you, which our characters do kind of suck. I'm going to just put that out there.
Oh, I'm awesome. What are you talking about?
Or Abby, you just fought for the world title at the Royal Rumble. Or
I did?
Yeah. Or you have a champion. And it's like something like Drew has Ahsoka, who Ahsoka's record is like 2-7, but she just happened to win the world title.
Against me?
No, you didn't win the world title. I'm sorry, Abby.
No, I know, but I watched the video.
You didn't win the world title.
Ah, sad day.
Yeah. So I will take that. And then the free agent list cannot get above 20. So if the free agents so when we go see the imaginary movie to start Campfire Chronicles, if someone's like, okay, not even when Xander's like, I want Chauncey the bear. And we're all like, well, fuck, the Black Demon thing should be a free agent. Like, I'll make a dude who is like painted black and I'll throw some blood on him. And that fucking thing will sit in free agency until someone never picks him up, but he's going to be there. And that'll be that. So but the thing is once it gets to over 20, we throw all those motherfuckers in a random drawing, and if their name gets called, it doesn't matter if they're 10-0 or 0-10, they're out of the game forever. So until we get back down to 20, like right now, we're fine. We're at fucking 14, which if I find and then the free agents are solely the characters that we don't draft on Campfire Chronicles. So like when we did fucking Scooby Natural, all the supernatural characters were on your guys' teams, but Velma was a free agent.
Got you.
That's it. Anyway, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. That show gets crazy. We cannot wait to do it.
You guys.
What do you mean you got some news?
Batman, Superman, Lois Lane, Wonder Woman, and the Joker are all going into the public domain in the 2030s.
Mickey Mouse just went into the public domain.
Yeah, I'll be happy about that in like 10 years. Remind me, man. Xander, what is your Instagram handle?
I don't got Insta.
Twitter?
I swore that off.
X?
X?
Yeah.
What are you on?
Well, my TikTok, it's Elvis Meets the Monsters.
Okay, Elvis Meets the Monsters on TikTok. Coming this Campfire Chronicles, we're going to do, man, a committed segment each Campfire Chronicles called You Just Made the List, in which Xander will have a person, and where they are on his list, it may vary, it may fluctuate, who knows, but Xander will have a number, not that kind of a number, but a number on the list for a person, the list being his enemies list. And we found out that Corey Feldman, yes, Xander, I did listen to the Haunt season episode, the fucking Sinister Creature Haunt season episode. We found out on that episode, Corey Feldman is number 2 on your fucking enemy list. This Haunt season, or I'm sorry, this campfire season, I can't wait for Xander to tell us who number 1 is. Jesus Christ. But
isn't on the list.
But we'll build to it. We'll start at like number 20. But you just made the list. I cannot wait for that segment each week with Zanman. Anyway, yeah.
My TikTok is lucky they don't have to experience me ranting almost every day about my enemies list.
Once a week. So Elvis Meets Monsters, Higby Horror Hunt, John and Ashley, where can they find you guys?
Instagram, Facebook, at Higby Haunt, website higbyhorrorhunt.com. Check all those things.
Tiki-Taki.
Yeah, Tiki-Taki. Gonna start doing a day by day or week by week build webisodes basically on TikTok. So
Nice.
That's
you guys can
fun.
follow us to see that. All the shenanigans we'll be doing.
Oh, well, there you go. You're doing it on TikTok already. So that's awesome. Drew, what about you, man?
I'm gonna be getting back into Snack and Flick because we've taken kind of a break from it, but we'll see what happens. Otherwise, you can just catch me on Facebook.
All right, Abby.
You can find me on TikTok and Tiki-Taki. Sam Raimi fan, Abby1 Kenobi. Yeah. Facebook, Instagram. I'm one of them. Sam Raimi fan's usually the one that I go with.
Right on. There's Walter. All right.
Hey, Walter.
Walter.
Hi, everyone.
Charlie.
Yeah, probably just Facebook for now.
So that's just hey, Abby, look up.
I'm looking up.
Walter, look up and smile. All right, Walter, Xander, sorry. Xander, there you go. Oh my God. Okay, so thank you for listening. If this ends up actually becoming a video at some point, thank you for watching it. The Golden Skulls, like I said, make sure you vote, man. That is something that you think we're not just right now. This is like the Feel Good Hall of Fame show, man. We're all friends right now. Like, this is us like being like, yeah, that thing was cool. The Golden Skulls will be like Jimmy sucks Star Wars' dick.
It's rigged. Just like the freaking wrestling. It's rigged.
It's rigged.
I mean, I don't think any of us are denying that Ahsoka was one of the best series like of the year, hands down.
It really was.
That's fine. Just keep that mentality when we do the Golden Skulls, dog, and then we won't have a problem. But yeah. So anyway, thank you again. Stay spooky, everybody. Congratulations to this year's class of Hall of Fame, and stay tuned for fucking Campfire Chronicles. Stay spooky, everybody.